If you want to see how I made this homemade chicken noodle soup, keep watching. Hi everyone, thanks for joining again. Today we're going to be doing homemade chicken noodle soup. This one's pretty simple. It's almost as easy as opening a can and dumping it out and putting it on the stove. But we just have 2 ribs of celery that we chopped up, 3 good sized carrots, half of an onion. We're going to use 64 ounces of just chicken broth, some simple seasonings. I've got a clove of garlic. We've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of rosemary, thyme, and red chili flakes, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, some rotisserie chicken that's just been chopped up. And then the real secret here is these Amish egg noodles. These are really great. There's also a tablespoon of butter that I've already got melted in the pan. But we're going to get this one kicked off in just a minute. All right, let's get this one started. I've got a tablespoon of butter that I've already got melted in my pan here. And to that, I'm just going to add my celery, carrots, and onion. And we're going to let these saute for about 3 minutes. And we'll move on to the next step after that. All right, our celery, onion, and carrots have had a couple of minutes to get going here. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 1 large clove of garlic. All right, that's good. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our chicken broth. All right, I'm going to give this just a minute to get up to temperature, and then we will come back and carry on with it. All right, we're starting to get some heat into our broth, so now we're going to go ahead and season it up. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of rosemary, thyme, and red chili flakes. And to really help this broth out, I'm going to add a big tablespoon of better than bouillon roasted chicken. Okay, now I'm going to give this another minute or so just so that that bouillon can break down. If you don't have the better than bouillon, you can also just use a bouillon cube or chicken powder. You just really want to give the store-bought stock something a little extra to just take it up a level or two. So give me just a second for this to warm up and get that bouillon incorporated, and then we'll give it a taste and see if we need to adjust anything. All right, we've got everything mixed together and incorporated here. I'm just going to get a little spoonful. Oh, it's spot on. Doesn't need anything else. So now that that's going, I'm going to add my chicken. This is just some rotisserie chicken I picked up at the deli. You could bake your own chicken, and a great way to use leftovers, stuff like that. So I'm going to get the chicken in here. I've got a mix of big pieces and then some shredded pretty good, so it'll be a good mix. We'll just use it all. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this get up to a boil or simmer for about 20 minutes. That's going to incorporate all those flavors, be really great. But I've still got a little bit of time before I actually have to serve this. So I'm going to wait until about 20 minutes before I'm ready to serve for dinner. And that's when we'll add the noodles. So I'll bring you back when we're doing that. All right. We've got done with our simmer about 20 minutes here. This is looking and smelling absolutely delicious. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to pour my egg noodles in here. These Amish egg noodles are really good, like way better than the no yolks or something like that. I absolutely love them. So just dump these in. And then these will cook for anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes. So I usually let them go about 10 and then start checking them. And that's it. Our soup is almost done. So I'm going to get these noodles softened up, and then we'll bring you back to put dinner on the table. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. Our noodles are all al dente, just right. So let's go ahead and dish this up. There you go. Homemade chicken noodle soup. Almost no effort. Delicious. That's how I answer the number one question in my house every day. Dad, what's for dinner? And you can help me answer the number two question in my house every day. Dad, how many subscribers do you have? If you like the content, go ahead and give me a like. Hit subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of the recipe or what you want to see me make. Thanks for watching.